Hello students, I welcome you all on our e-learning platform of GS College of Commerce, Varda, and today I am going to have a lecture on the subject skill development for BCom 4 SEM. In earlier session, means in the last semester, we have seen business communication and management, and in this session or for this semester, I will take your subject skill development. In the first lecture, I have given you all the details of syllabus along with the paper pattern. What should be the paper pattern? At the same time, I have given you the introduction of the subject. What is that? Skill development. How to develop the inbuilt skill which every person have, or although he doesn't have those skills, how to improve that. Means in general, how to improve the person's personality. As the word personality says, person की personality, how he behaves, how he talks, what is the body language of the individual, everything is considered in that personality. So there are so many factors which are responsible for the growth and development of a single person or individual. Being a person, once when you are young, okay, when you are in that growing age, at that time the values which you are getting from your home, at the same time being a school going boy, for example the boy who is of 4 years of age or 5 years of age, if he is a school going, then directly or indirectly he is getting the education. So the environment in which he or she is growing, that makes his personality. So every person has a different personality. When we speak, when we talk, then you can observe many of the persons having full of confidence. Some of the person, they are lacking in confidence. It means what? They want to improve their personality, and for that improvement in the personality, what is that exactly? Is the development, the growth of an individual, in which environment he or she is grown up. It makes a lot of difference. So we always say, if you go in a good school, if you are getting a good educational environment, then you can have a good impact on your educational value. So it means you can get a good education. At the same time, at home, being at home, your parents, your sister, your brother, they are having their impact on you. It means directly or indirectly, the environment in which you are growing up, that makes. And we always say the born and brought up of the human being, born and brought up of the individual is somewhat is the development. So the environment in which the persons are growing, an individual is grown, is known as the personality. In specific, the topics which are concerned in our syllabus, and if we go through with that, then we will find that the particular, our first unit is basics of personality. Okay, being a single individual, being a person, there are different viewpoints of the personality. Now if we look from the philosophical viewpoint, what personality says, what is the meaning of personality from the viewpoint of philosophical viewpoint of personality? It means what? Personality is an ideal of perfection of self realization. Okay, every time. Okay, when, for example, we'll take one example. If you are appearing for an interview, okay, at that time, what you will think, what will be your personality, how you are talking, the what kind of body language you are carrying, everything makes the difference. And from your expressions, from your facial expressions, from your behavior, from your attitude, the person who is interviewing you or the employer, he will judge you and he will give you the opportunity. It means what? Everything depends on a person's personality. So from the philosophical viewpoint, then social viewpoint, sociability we can call it. Social viewpoints means we always hear the word that man is a social animal. It means what? Being a human being, being an individual, you have to remain in the society. In total 24 hours, for how much time you are remaining at home, for how much time you are in group, you are with your friends, and that is what is exactly called a social circle or in society. You are carrying yourself in different ways. When you are with your friends, your behavior is different. When you are with your parents, your attitude is different. When you are with your relatives, at that time you are behaving in different way. That is what is a social viewpoint. It means once you are grown up, okay, the environment which you get at home or in school, everything depends on that. So the way in which you are grown, the way you are developed, okay, that all makes the difference. And from social point of view, so from social point of view, what it says, individual is nothing but the reflection of the society. It means what? The group in which you are remaining. For example, your friends are all very talented and intelligent, and you remain in that group, then indirectly you will feel that no, I should improve myself, I should do better studies, and I should compare myself with my friends. And at the same time, if you remain with the friends who are not good in studies, who don't want to study, they are engaged in some different activities which are not for the which are not good for your development, at that time you will become a bad human being, or you don't have that right impact on your personality. So social, the environment in which you are grown up, or the specific space you are getting to stay with them, that makes the difference. So if you remain with good people, you will be a good personality. But if you are not in the group of good people, your friends are not good, you are not getting a quality education, at that time you will not be called as a good person in the society. Then psychological viewpoint. What this psychological viewpoint says, personality is a form of heredity and environment. Heredity means what? Genetic. We always say that genes, the genes which a human carries, it means the look. How you look, it all depends on your parents. Many of the times you say that he or she looks like her father or mother. It means what? The genes they are getting, the heredity in which it is in the blood of the individual, that is what is psychological viewpoint. Or at the same time we can say that heredity and environment. Environment is the thing in which you are growing up, and heredity is which you are getting inborn. Okay, you cannot change your face, or you cannot make any changes in your body. It means the height, health, personality, which we call it, everything is the gift of your heredity or genes. The genes are working in your body that you cannot change. So from psychoanalytical point of view, one of the psychologists, the person who has studied a lot in personality development, is Sigmund Freud. Now what he says, he has given a psychological theory, and in that theory he has segregated a personality in three types. What are these three types? ID, ego and superego. Now what are these three elements? First of all, this is a separate point, this is again separate, and this is again separate. That ID, we call it, is a part of our unconscious mind. What is that? ID is a part of your unconscious mind. Its main objective is to fulfill the needs, to satisfy yourself. Okay, that what exactly he has done lot of study, and then he have come to the conclusion that who is that? Sigmund Freud. That the personality has three main elements, that ID, ego and superego. Now once we have seen ID. What is that ID? It is a part of your unconscious mind. Its main objective is to fulfill the needs, to satisfy the needs. Whose need? Individual's need. Then ego. Ego is not good for your personality development. If you have ego, if you are very talented, okay, you are scoring good marks in the exams, but many of the times it happens, the girl or a boy, they feel that they are superior because they are scoring good, they have secured merit even in the exams. So that kind of ego is in them. Now what is that ego? It is a power of conscious mind. It is not an unconscious mind. You are deliberately doing that. You know that you are the only person in the group who is good in the scoring marks. So that conscious mind says that you have some extra power in you, and that is what is ego. Okay, so ID we have seen ego. Now what is super ego? On the very other side, super ego is a good for him, good for your personality development. Now what is that super ego? It is a which shows a morality and a right direction. It means ego has something to do with the super ego. Now for example, you know that you have that ego in your mind. Your conscious mind says that you have a ego, but at the same time, once you feel that I shouldn't do that, or what is good or what is bad for me remaining in the society, being with my parents, being at school level or at a college level, at that time, if you can segregate the two things, which is good and which is bad, that who is doing that? That super ego is doing that. It means you can bifurcate, you can separate what is good and what is bad from your mental health. Then it shows that it is a super ego. So this is a psychoanalytical point of view of personality. The concept is given by Sigmund Freud. Now we will see what exactly is the concept or meaning of again the word personality. And if I bifurcate the word personality into different manner, then what it says, that personality. Just now we have discussed the different viewpoints of the personality. At the same time, it relates or it is somehow similar to that. Now what does P stands for? Perception. And what do you mean by perception? Understanding capacity, understanding power. Every human being have different nature, their different attitude, they have a different behavior. So perception stands for, just now as I have told you, some students are good in studies in the class, some are not good in the studies in the class. So perception, to accept, to grasp the things, okay, that is related with the understanding capacity or power. Now each and every word, okay, this personality makes a single word of a individual's personality or a person's personality. So here E stands for emotional maturity. Emotional maturity, when you are young, 3 years of age, 4 years of age, 5 years of age, at the time when you are school going, even now you don't remember how I was at the age of 3 or 4, but because your emotional maturity was not that much high, while going to school you always cry, or you don't wish or you don't want to go into the school, so you are emotionally immature. And once you are emotionally matured, that E stands for emotional maturity. Then R, responsiveness to the situation. Once again we will take here the example. If you are a employee of some company or employee of some office, so there while working at workplace you have to be very responsive, you have to be very effective, and you have to show your performance. It means responsiveness to the situation, how you are responding yourself for a specific situation. The others, they are observing you, how you behave, how you respond to the specific situation, and again with your responses, with your reactions, it is judged that what kind of person you are, and that is judged by others. So here the R stands for responsiveness to the situation. S, self-expression or sociability. Just now I have told you that man is called a social animal. So here self-expression, how you are expressing yourself, okay, being a human being, being an individual, being a grown-up person, how you express yourself in society, how you behave, how you talk to your teachers, how you talk to your parents, everything is what is called self-expression. Organized, well organized or unorganized. It means what? If you are organized, you will keep your everything at a right place. While coming to the college, today for example, again you have an exam in college, okay, being an unorganized student, you will not have a pen, you will not have a pencil, rather it is called you are not organized. At the same time, the person who is organized, the student who is organized, he will keep everything ready, the things which are required for the examination. He will keep keep pen with him, the pencil properly sharpened with him, the eraser with him. So he keep himself organized. Being a student, why I am always giving you the example of students, so it is easy for you to understand. So keep yourself organized, then you will be a good person. Then N, not permanent. Now not permanent, it is related to what? Again, when you are at 10 years of age, when you are 15 years of age, when you are 20 years of age, it means your maturity, you are getting matured day by day. You are learning the things in your life, and those learnings not exactly related to your studies, but in general, okay, you are observing the things and you are understanding the situations, and with this understanding, with this responsiveness to the situation, you are not permanent. The person who was at the age of 20, and if you meet him after 5 years or after 10 years, you will find that person is changed. Means he is not that unorganized or immature, rather now he is very organized, and it means the nature changes, the human attitude and behavior changes. So nothing is permanent, that is called not permanent. A stand for appearance, it means your posture, your how you appear, how you look, okay, that again it is a part of your heredity. You cannot change. Just now I have told you, you cannot increase your height, you cannot decrease your height. What you get from your genes, that is called heredity. So it is related with appearance. Then leadership qualities. Being in a group of a people, being in the group of the students, or being with your subordinates in the office, in the company, how you take lead. Okay, so which kind of leadership qualities you have, that makes you a successful person in your life. If you have a good command over language, if you can if you are good in the group of the people, you are liked by all your fellow members or your classmates or roommates, it means what? You have a good quality to remain in the group and to go with the group. So you have the leadership qualities in you. Integrated. So again, all these words, personality, every word has a different meaning, but somehow they are interrelated, they are integrated. Tendencies or impulses. Impulses means sudden desire, okay. For example, you are watching a movie, and while watching a movie, you just remember that on the next day I have a exam, and being exam on tomorrow, today I am watching the movie. So you are always changing. At a time there are 100 numbers of thoughts are coming in your mind. At that time it happens. It is a part of your personality, it is a part of your nature. So tendency, what kind of tendency you have, what kind of behavior, how you are behaving in the group, how you are presenting yourself in the group, how your desire always changes, how there are n number of thoughts in your mind, and how these thoughts are changing, that is called a tendency. Young, why means young. You must, or rather every individual, although you are age of 70, but you must be young. So what it says, you must be young by your mind, but not by your age, because age is just a number. So always keep yourself fresh and young, so that you will feel I am a good person, I can face any situation in my life, and that is what is Y stands for. So in general, I have explained you the each and every word of personality, Personality. So in the next lecture, we will see what is the definition and what are the different types of personalities. Thank you.